Well done, Skipper. Very nice to see you. I know you've already been chatting a bit earlier on as well.
So you've replaced Tins and Hask.
We've upgraded for today. What panel? What a show this could be, Maro, when the time is right.
Yeah.
Well done, you. There are special days in life, and then there are pretty special days in life. When you were doing your teeth this morning, looking into the mirror, you were thinking to yourself, "This is a pretty good day."
No, to be honest, it's all a little bit surreal. Seeing the vibe, seeing the energy, the attention is one of those days that I've really tried to savor. Obviously, in a few weeks when we get going, the proper work will start then. But it's just been a very surreal day.
You found out on Tuesday. Apparently, there was obviously quite an intermittent announcement, obviously from Andy for you. But when you put the phone down, where were you? Are you allowed to? Have you actually genuinely kept it to yourself? Have you told those closest to you?
I was on the phone to Andy. He called me as literally I just got back from training. I walked into my house and I was walking up the stairs. I saw the number, picked it up, and we're having the conversation. As Andy said, it was in, it was out, in, it out. Eventually, we got to it. He asked me the question. I said yes. I then sat. I have a little bench next to my bed. I sat on my bench. And I looked a little bit subdued, and my fiancée was sitting on the bed. Then I looked at her, and she was like, "Why are you looking at me like that?" Then I was like,
"You do know we're live. We can't tidy this up for you afterwards, Maro. You're digging a hole."
Then I was like, "Yeah, I've just been asked to be the Lions captain." Then she was like, "Oh." So yeah, then I told my mum, dad, brother, sister. Then I tried to keep it as tight as possible thereafter.
Have the other players at Saracens been questioning you? Because clearly you might think that the coach might ring. Have they been saying, "Come on, let us know"?
Yeah. So on Monday, it was my brother's wedding. My brother got married on Monday.
Congratulations.
So congratulations, Jeremy.
Good
Well
week
done.
for the
Well,
Itoje
yeah,
family.
Christ alive, yeah.
So I asked Mark McCall if I could have the afternoon session off so I can attend the wedding. He said yeah. And meanwhile, unbeknownst to me, there was a group of people who were like, "There is no way Maro's going to a wedding. There is no way. He's not going to a wedding. Who gets married on a Monday?" Like, fair enough, not many people do. But I had to show video evidence. Like, look, I actually did go to a wedding. he did
AI can get you out of all sorts of trouble nowadays.
So yeah, after that, loads of people were questioning me, and I just had but up until Tuesday, I generally haven't heard anything. I had no idea. Didn't have any inside track or anything. So, yeah.
We saw the footage of you going in for dinner last night. It's not quite the sort of Green Jackets dinner post-Masters, but tell us a little bit about that. And was it a good night? They shut the door, locked the door, and Lions picked up the tab?
Yeah. It was a great night. It was one of those real surreal moments. I'm having dinner with most of the captains of the Lions from the professional era. Gavin Hastings, I was sitting next to Gavin Hastings. That was my first time really interacting with him and spending time with him. And he was telling me there's more people who've gone to the moon than who've captained the Lions.
That's amazing.
Then I was like, I don't even know if that's true or not, but
it's a great stat.
it's a great story if it is. But I was like, that's incredible.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just a real surreal experience.
Because I always think that the guys that are already there, that's a little bit awkward, isn't it? Like you're almost expected to give some advice. Did anyone give you any advice?
Well, Gavin Hastings asked Alan Wynne to give me advice, and Alan Wynne flat out refused. He's like, no, I'm not giving you any advice. You're fine. You'll be good. But I think all of the words that they probably came back to was, one, offering their support if I needed to chat through anything, if I wanted to chat through anything. They were all open and willing to help. And a lot of it was in around just trusting yourself, trusting your gut, trusting the people that you value who are around you, and you'll be all right.
Was it Downing Street last week, or was Downing Street 2 weeks ago?
Sometime
Not long ago.
Yeah,
Today it's obviously the O2. In a few weeks it's the MCG. You're playing some quite big gigs at the moment. And just, I mean, you know, you have been a long time coming. I can remember, I think captaining England under 18, under 20 up in Newcastle was the first time I mean, it's been a long time coming. We've been on the scene for a long time. Are you able to actually stop and enjoy, not just today, but the whole run? Are you loving life, or is it just, are you doing the whole another game, another week, are part of the process?
Yeah, ever since COVID was like the break point where we were forced to stop, and like I did a real like reflection piece there, and ever since then I've always like promised myself like you need to take stock and like really appreciate things when they come, because once the moment's gone, the moment's gone. So ever since then I've tried to appreciate things a lot more whilst they're happening. Obviously you need to keep moving forward. Obviously you don't want to rest on your laurels, but I think it's also important to appreciate the time you're in and be present. And so I do try. Rugby sport is such a fast moving thing that you can't stay stationary for too long, but yeah, I definitely do try.
You've mentioned a couple of years ago there was a undiagnosed health condition and things, and you said yourself it affected your performances. Was there any time in those sort of darker moments of not knowing what's going on when you thought, I might be done, I'm not even going to play, and here you are sitting there?
Absolutely. I had a we do this thing at Saracens called My Story, where you talk about some of the trials and tribulations that you've had, and I told them when I was going through that period, I probably would have seen out my contract, then I most likely would have retired, because I just felt a bit like a fraud. I felt like my brain is telling me to do something and I'm not quite able to do it. My body's not matching up. I just thought I was getting old. I thought maybe this was
waiting to be done.
Maybe this is just the natural aging process. And when I was relieved when I got the diagnosis and all that kind of stuff, and I was able to put together a plan that could do it, because I probably wouldn't still be playing rugby, because I ultimately, would have been dropped from Saracens, dropped from England, because there's only so long you can, sometimes the credit in the bank is overdraft, and you can't really use it anymore. So that would have eventually happened to me.
I tell you what, you're where you want to be right now. Did you get to see the squad before today's announcement? Did you have a couple of picks?
I tried to get a proper eyes on the squad, but I got a couple names, but I wasn't able to get the full squad.
So you were watching it unfold as the race, sort of picking names out here and there.
I didn't know a lot of them. There was a few I did, but most of which I didn't.
The biggest cheer, obviously, after you came out, was for Henry Pollock. I just want to ask you, as a man who's carried the Lion in, 8 years ago to New Zealand, Bill is back.
Bill is bigger.
He's getting bigger every time.
That is a bigger Lion than you had, right?
Like 2 or 3 men take him out soon.
Roughly the same size.
Is it?
I do think they've put gel on his hair.
Oh, do they? Well, look good play.
It looks a bit spiky.
Any advice for Henry?
Hold it and hold it tight.
Right.
Because there's severe fines when the youngest Lion is without Bill. So Bill needs protection. And if he strays away from it for too long, there's some mean old guys who like to kidnap it, and their fines will be significant.
Amazing. And finally, I think I'm right in saying 500,000 tickets sold for the games, 50,000 fans going out. I mean, the travelling circus is assembling. Just a word on the challenge, the opportunity, and for someone like you who has been there and done it in almost every capacity, the chance to lift the trophy. I know we'd probably go a week at a time, etc. But do you dream of what might be?
I just go back to the opportunity. Like, this is an incredible opportunity for all the players. It's an incredible opportunity for us to achieve something that we would genuinely remember for the rest of our lives. It's an opportunity for us to create a memory, create a bond amongst ourselves that will remain tight forever. And again, speaking to some of the captains last night, they were talking about, this person, I've met this person. Then I didn't speak to them for 20 years, but then we had a reunion, and it was like I just got off the bus. Like, we have the opportunity to create something extremely special. We have the opportunity to not only inspire a country, but the whole British and Irish region, which is a rare opportunity. So my plea to myself and to the whole squad and the staff is, let's make the most of it. Let's go out there and get it. Let's enjoy every moment. Let's create something that is going to live with us for the rest of our lives.
Oh, you've been there and done it. I'm tearing up in the stands. We're all in behind you. Well done, you. What a very, very special day. It's thoroughly deserved. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch, Maro. Enjoy all that comes your way. You've got another 4,000 media interviews to do, so thank you for swinging by.
Thank you.
We'll catch you a bit later on. The British and Irish Lions captain for 2025.